So we're going to go through the yoga routine now. I'm going to hold each one of the poses for about 10 seconds. But when you actually go through the routine with the athletes, you'll hold each pose for 30 seconds. We're going to start in down dog. In down dog, we lift the hips up to the sky, push the knees away, really open up through the chest and melt the belly button through the thighs. From here, we're going to pull the right knee forward into pigeon pose. In pigeon pose, you want to make sure that the hips are really rotated over onto this extended leg. Pull the hips back, shoulders are back, head's lifted to the sky, but at the same time, melting the groin down into the ground. From here then, you'll push back into down dog again. Each time, the athlete should get a little bit longer. It should feel a little bit easier to work through the pose. After 30 seconds, pull the left knee through. And we're in pigeon pose on the left side. Making sure the leg is back. Hips are melting down towards the floor beneath you. Shoulders are back. Head is lifted and elevated. After a nice 30-second hold, tuck the back toe underneath, flatten the hands and push back for down dog for the third time. This time really let the head go and melt the chest through the thighs. Lift the hips up to the sky, pushing the knees away, and if you can, lifting the toes off the ground. From here, we're going to step through with the left leg, coming into long lunge. And in the first pose, you're just going to push the knee away, melt the hips down, and stay folded over the top leg. From there, you'll open up into warrior, rotating through the thoracic cage and looking to the sky. You'll gently melt down, drop the knee in, coming into a 90-90 pose. So here we're going to tuck the hips underneath, be up nice and tall through the torso and the spine, lift the head up, take the arms out, and once again rotate through the thoracic cage. "15 seconds in each position. So 15 seconds tucked, 15 seconds open and rotated. From here, you'll drop the knee down and drop into a nice camel stretch, just letting the belly button sink towards the floor. After 15 seconds, lifting up into cat stretch. From here, you'll tuck the toes underneath, extend the back leg, and draw the right leg into long lunge. So again, we're melting over the top of the leg, pushing the heel back, lengthening through the rear leg, and letting the pelvis melt down towards the floor. You can bring both hands over and let the torso drop even further. Just make sure that the knee doesn't go out. Keep the knee underneath the hip. And then from here, you'll lift and rotate into warrior. You'll come back down, and then that sets you up nicely to go into your 90-90 stretch on the other side. Remember, tucking the hips underneath. Get that really nice pelvic tilt. Make sure everything's really aligned. Holding this for 15 seconds before you extend the arms out and rotate. Just as the other side, we'll do 15 on each side, 15 seconds. And then we'll come back down, coming back down onto the ground. And again, another little cat and camel here. From here, you're just going to cross the legs over and roll forward. We've got modified half lotus, so pulling the foot up on top. This is a hip opener. We're going to keep the foot pulled back to protect the knee. We're going to lean down over this bent leg. Throughout the 30 seconds, you'll feel those little releases where the athletes will be able to lean in just a little bit further, making sure that we're keeping the chest over that top leg. From here, you'll move into butterfly. I'm going to spin around for you. And in butterfly here, we want to grab a hold of the feet, pull our belly button forward, and then draw the elbows down towards the floor. Keep chest up. After another 30 seconds being held in butterfly, you'll easily release and come into modified half lotus on the opposite leg. This is our final stretch in our yoga sequence. Again, it's really important that both buttock cheeks are evenly balanced on the ground, that the toes pulled back or in a neutral position. We lift and lengthen and lean into the lotus. The athletes will feel a really nice deep stretch through the hip on the upper leg. Again, throughout the 30 seconds, there should be one or two nice releases where the athletes can move forward a little bit more into the stretch. After 30 seconds, bring it back. Bring the leg underneath so that we're in seated pose. Do a nice little stretch. We might want to lift and lengthen or open up into a wide and a little baby back bend. Any nice relaxed finish is good.